Can you do west side? I have a jacked up pinky.
I don't know what you're doing. Is this what
The
you're doing?
west side. Who was a west side rapper? Was it Notorious B.I.G. or was it Tupac?
I have no idea. I don't know rappers.
I feel so young and I feel so on top of the world and I feel so I feel alive and I feel so I feel so brand new.
West side is the best side, some people told us, and a lot of other people told us the not so good side.
Yeah. A lot of people, when they found out where we were going to be staying on Oahu, they were like, ugh, 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 ugh. You're staying on the west side? Are you sure you want to stay on the west side? Like, lots of people are like, oh yeah, you don't want to stay over on that side. You should like consider changing.
Change your reservation. So one of my most memorable things when I think about back to the west side and us living there, you have to often drive places and commute in to like certain stores, but I loved that commute because it was so pretty. We would just drive along the coast, the weather was perfect, windows down, music up, and we could just enjoy the pretty blue waters, the waves crashing, palm trees just blowing in the wind.
And a lot more traffic on Oahu than Maui, but oftentimes we didn't mind it just because, you know, as long as you're driving by the coast, you've got the windows down, it's beautiful weather, like it was just...
Homegrown alligator, see you later. Gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. The sun ain't changing the atmosphere, architecture unfamiliar. I could get used to this. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. We're south of the equator, navigator. Gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. Deep sea diving round the clock, bikini bottoms, lager tops. I could get used to this.
When we first went to the west side, we noticed was definitely all of the tents on the beach.
Mostly on the west side, there are so many homeless camps, like just tons and tons of tents. And more than just like a tent, you could tell it was like a camp, you know, kind of like a campsite where they would live. So that was pretty eye-opening to see those all over.
We saw this as an opportunity to maybe give back. Right by where we were staying, there was this like homeless camp, not just
like a big community, like a whole homeless
like a compound,
community.
you can call it. So we were told there was someone we needed to find. Her name was Twinkle, not Twinkles. Twinkles?
Yeah,
Twinkle. Which was kind of funny, but we went on this search for Twinkle. And
it was a little intimidating because the person who told us to find Twinkles, they said, oh yeah, just go down to the harbor. There's a huge homeless complex or whatever, community. Turn right, just ask somebody where Twinkle is, and then they'll direct you to her. Like, okay. Like, and so I felt ashamed afterwards that I felt so uncomfortable going into this homeless community, because after I went in there, I was like, these are people just like me, just like you, they're just people, you know, and whatever their circumstances are and whatever has brought them to that point, they're still people. And I felt ashamed and silly that I'd felt a little uncomfortable and a little bit scared to like go find Twinkle. So it's really, really good and eye-opening for all of us and for our kids. To see life outside of what we're used to and what they're used to.
And she gave Emily and crew a tour of the compound and got to meet a bunch of the people and
Neat to see inside. They had some animals. They had a little farm area. They had one guy who had like a passion for bikes, and so his whole like tented area had bikes and wheels and everything just all over. They have like a donation center where you can donate food and supplies and clothes and things like that. And so felt like we had more than we needed, a little extra that we could share and donate. So it was really eye-opening and neat to see inside that community.
Especially I feel like even just eye-opening, not like for us and I mean people that watch this, but for crew in itself and just like our kids to see that other people live this way. And that's one of the things that we wanted to do with kind of like uprooting and going around the world, is for them to get exposure and to see how other people live in the world and not just kind of in like middle class America.
Yeah, and learn gratitude and compassion and empathy and learn that more is not always better, that you know you can be really happy with so little. And you know, seeing the way that these people lived, I kind of started to think, you know, in some ways that sounds kind of nice, like just like camping on the beach, like a very simple, very different, you know, peaceful kind of life. Just if your moments are spent, like some of these people had jobs and some of them had cars, but then their afternoons, evenings, nights, whatever, were spent sleeping in a tent by the beach, lulled to sleep by the crashing waves. Sounds kind of nice in some ways.
Yeah.
When we were at Kaena Point, just me and the kids, I was taking a picture of all three kids. They were sitting on a towel, and it was supposed to be low tide, but I think it was one of those like higher low tides, because we were pretty far back from the water. And I was taking this picture because it was like sunset and it was like cute with all three kids eating their food on the towel, and I was not paying attention to the water. Do you remember what happened?
It washed us and it almost washed our mom's sandals away and my shoes away.
Yeah, I saw the wave. Happened to be taking a photo, so I have a picture like right as the kids are like tipping back, or Marley's tipping back, as the water. I'm like, ah! So that was kind of crazy. And then after that, do you remember where we went? We were kind of cold since we all got wet. We weren't really planning to get that wet since it was like evening time. We went to the
hot tub!
Yeah. So we went back and got in the hot tub, and once again I felt like kind of crazy and like, you know, one of those mom triumphs, like, okay, I can do this. I can take all three kids to the hot tub by myself, and at night, it was like 8 o'clock at night or something, but they had a great time. They loved it, and every night in the evening we could see what happened.
Sundown.
Yeah, the
Sunset.
The sunset. Did you know that on Oahu, you can't see the sunset on some parts of the island? Yeah, on a lot of the island you can't see the sunset, but on the west side, you can.
Yeah.
Did we see some pretty sunsets?
Can you say?
Why did you like to go to the tide pools?
To the gelato. Because it was so fun.
What did we do at the tide?
And one time, he got in with his clothes and jacket.
Yeah, one time we went and you guys were supposed to stay dry because we had clothes on and not swimsuits. And did you stay dry? No,
we just
didn't.
wanted to be cold.
Yeah, you got your clothes soaked, huh? Yeah.
Is it soft?
No, it
I feel like a kid again, like summer nights that never end. I feel like I'm 21, so easily falling in love. I open my heart, and now I feel brand new. I feel so young and I feel so on top of the world, and I feel so, I feel alive and I feel so, I feel so brand new.
Well, we stayed in Makaha.
What was running around our place the whole time?
What was Zoe scared of?
Peacocks. peacocks.
Did they ever peck you, Zoe?
They pecked me.
No, they didn't.
Yeah. We liked playing on trees.
Yeah, we climbed up the trees. We chased the peacocks.
So brand new. It feels like it's Christmas Day, like dancing in the pouring rain. Like a new car, like a first kiss, like a newborn. I never felt like this.
One of the themes on this trip is that we always, most of the time, we look back on things that we did that we're like, should we do that? Should we not? We're like, I'm glad I did that. It was fun. It was worth the memories.
I feel so young and I feel so on top of the world, and I feel so, I feel alive and I feel so.
West side, best side. We studied poop in Costa Rica. Mom,
Yeah?
you know there's a better thing to do than screaming?
What?
Yelling.
Yelling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is yelling not as... Boo!